I'm Celestine, a 22-year-old college dropout turned full-time YouTuber from Nigeria. I've always dreamt of doing something of my own because I never believed in the whole 9-to-5 grind. But my parents are diehard fans of the university and they've always called me doctor, but somehow I was able to convince them to let me drop out of school to chase my dream. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I convinced my Nigerian parents to let me drop out of university in my third year to become a full-time YouTuber. So grab your popcorn and sit tight because you, my friend, are about to watch the most interesting video you've ever seen on YouTube. Let's get started! I come from a family of 5. Dad went to school, mom went to school, my oldest brother graduated with a first-class degree, and my other brother is currently in 400 level studying law. And me, the black sheep of the family, used to be a medical laboratory science student. But obviously not anymore because I'm now a full-time YouTuber, baby. It all started on the first day of January 2025. On a bright Wednesday morning, I was at the tap fetching water with my lawyer brother. Then I said, "Bro, you know this is 2025, right? Well, I'm gonna drop out of school to become a full-time YouTuber." Then he looked me in the eye and said, "You're crazy. You watch too much of YouTube. Have you seen anyone from Nigeria do this before?" And this was my Gen Z brother whom we've had similar conversations like how if the football economy in Nigeria was as that of Europe, we would have never gone to school in the first place. That same brother just looked me in the eye and called me crazy. How was I going to tell my oldest brother who has a first-class degree? Oh wait, how was I going to tell my Nigerian parents that I was going to drop out of school? It was a bright Sunday evening and we had just finished family devotion. The whole room was quiet, but I just sat there blankly, staring at the ceiling, my heart pounding in my chest. My hands felt cold. I looked at everyone's faces, from my dad, to my mom, to my brother, but I couldn't say a word. Then without thinking, I said it. "Dad, Mom, I'm dropping out of school." My parents know I do not indulge in alcohol or stuff like that. If not, they would have thought I was under the influence of alcohol or something. My dad just said, "Okay son, we've heard you. Let's all go to sleep. When we wake up tomorrow morning, then we can discuss this." The next morning came, then my dad said, "YouTube is too risky, son. Why not just go to school, earn a degree, get a job, just like everyone else is doing?" I knew my parents were going to say no the first time I tried, so my mind was already prepared. Instead of letting that stop me, I used that opportunity to double down on my efforts. Once it was 12 AM, I would bring out my chair and I would sit down and start doing my voiceovers. Then I would continue editing my videos till it was 5:30 AM in the morning. And after morning devotion, I'll pick up the broom and I want to start sweeping. The mom will be like, Celestine, go to sleep. You just woke up 30 minutes ago. Why are you stressing yourself?" And I'll be like, "Mommy, let me stress myself. I am home on holiday to help you guys. So let me help you guys." And I'll sweep the room, do the house chores, wash all the plates, and they'll be begging me, "Celestine, go and sleep, go and sleep. You are stressing yourself too much." And I'll be like, "Let me stress myself." Now during this period, I never raised the discussion of dropping out of school anymore. I just kept on improving my videos and I kept on being a good boy. I didn't let that first rejection stop me. Then on the 5th day, Dad came back from work, went up to Dad and I was like, "Dad, about the discussion we had the other day, did you guys give it a second thought or something?" And Dad was like, "Yes son, we see the whole dedication and the work you are putting into your YouTube channel. We just don't want you to drop out of school full time because you want to do something that is too risky." And then again, I was rejected for the second time. I knew it wasn't going to be that easy to convince my parents to let me drop out. So I didn't let that stop me. I continued making my videos, continued improving my craft. On the third attempt, I told my parents, "Why don't you guys just give me the opportunity to do this for 1 year? If after 1 year it doesn't work out, I'll just go back to school and continue from where I stopped." And my parents were like, okay, we heard you, we'll think about it." But months turned into weeks, weeks turned into days, and gradually resumption was fast approaching. At that point, my elder brother, who was a law student, had already resumed school because we schooled in different states. And that was the period when I made this video. And in that video, I talked about a lot of things, like chasing your dreams for 1 year, disappearing for 6 months. 1 more day left for me to resume school. I had already gone to the market, bought the foodstuffs and the provisions and everything I'll be needing for my resumption. But then I intentionally postponed my own resumption because I needed more time to convince my parents to let me do this for 1 year. That night, I published the video and I went to sleep. The next morning, the day I was supposed to resume school, the driver that was supposed to take me to school was already on his way to come and pick me. And then the miracle happens. Dad called me, he said, Celestine. I said, sir, I saw your last video. I must say you are really improving in your craft. Your videos are getting better. Let's just say we thought about it and we are willing to give you a chance. Under one condition, we are going to let you take a break from school for 1 year, but after 1 year, if YouTube doesn't work out, you're going to promise us you're going to go back to school the following year. I couldn't contain my joy. I was like, yes, Dad, 1 year is all I need. Thanks, Dad. Thanks, Mom. The driver came, I packed my bags, packed my foodstuffs, and I moved to school. Not as a student, but as a full-time YouTuber, baby. Make up your mind. Everybody you tell from the beginning are going to tell you it's too risky and they are going to discourage you. And then you start feeling like you are crazy because you are dreaming this big. A mind shut off to all negative influences is what you need. Remember, every no you get is a step closer to getting a yes. Number 2, think win-win. 1 year to drop out of school to chase your dream. If it doesn't work out after 1 year, I'll return back to school. If you really want to drop out of school to become a full-time YouTuber, post your first video. Now the point of this stage is to prove to yourself that you are really capable of doing what you are dropping out of school to do. Before I even made my decision public to my parents, I had made about 20 videos on my channel and I had about 66 subscribers. So I had enough proof to show to my parents that I was really capable of doing what I was dropping out of school to do. After you post your first video, go ahead and post 10 videos. I want you to go through the process of scripting and filming, editing 10 different times. This is because in the beginning when you drop out, you are going to be excited. Around the 4th month, the dip happens. That's when you realize that the whole journey of dropping out to chase your dream isn't as rosy as all these internet gurus make it seem. All the motivation you had from the beginning and the excitement you had, they all start to fade off. In that point, you are left alone to figure it out all by yourself. Now your parents might still be supporting you financially, but then it comes to a stage where you feel too lonely and you don't know who else to share your YouTube struggles with. Congratulations, you've posted your 10th video. Now we can face your second fear, convincing your parents to let you drop out. Of course, I'm a Nigerian and I know how hard it feels to face your parents, to tell them that you want to drop out of school to chase your dreams, quote unquote. But I did it and you can do it also. That's why this is not a conversation that you are going to have on phone. This is not a conversation that you have via a text message. This is a conversation that you have one-on-one. When I had this conversation, it was during the holiday periods when I was home on holiday, and it took me months, a period of several conversations before they finally agreed. No arguments, no fights. The energy you bring to your parents is the energy that they will use to welcome you. If I had gone to my parents with the arrogant energy like,
hey Dad, hey Mom, I'm going to drop out of school to become a YouTuber,
then I'm going to feel like, okay, so you've grown wings now? Well, we gave birth to you and you're going to remain in school and finish that degree. I went to my parents with a win-win mentality, and because I didn't argue when they were advising me, they welcomed me with the same energy that I gave them. I can boldly say that I was the first college dropout in my family. Yeah. And if I can do it, then you can too. Come back to this video when you are ready to take action, and you'll find the true value in what you just watched. You want more? I talk about more deep topics like this in my free newsletter. And if you are ready to join the Go Get It tribe who crush their goals every week, just check the link in the description box or in the pinned comment below. Always remember, your dream life is closer than you think, but no one is coming to give it to you. You've got to go get it. I'm Celestine, and this was my dropout story. But my parents are diehard fans of education and they've always called me doctor ever since I was a kid. Fuck, shit. To your YouTube channel and everything, and to be honest, I really appreciate it. Jesus Christ. I'm on life of a broke YouTuber.